Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Monday, so you know we're always here with coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations on Monday. I'm here with my co-host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Carolina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So sit back, relax, let's have some stimulating conversation. And we're going to start by paying tribute to Memorial Day. We just want to make sure that everyone knows that the reason for the holiday is to celebrate those who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could be free because freedom isn't free. There's always a price, and someone paid the ultimate. And we just want to acknowledge that and thank them for their service. We want to thank those of you who are serving and have served and say, we really do appreciate all that you've done for us and say thank you. Fran?
Well stated, well stated. We want you to, we want to welcome you all who are watching live and on the replay. And we invite you to grab your favorite beverage
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
join the
Oh,
conversation today. Uh,
mm-hmm.
we want you to push people. It's time to push. Push past the regrets, push past the doubt, push, just get in there and give it one more good push. Um,
Mm-hmm.
things that you've been wanting to do, things that you've been doing, things that you've thought about doing, and maybe you started on that thing and it's just like seems so daunting of a task. Push,
Ah,
just push. Um, we used to do push sessions, and I think we need to go back to doing those. Um, the push
okay. Let's
the
see.
push sessions, let me tell you what that is. A push session
Mm-hmm.
is where you and a coworker or a friend, a coach, somebody, you challenge one another. You set the timer for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and for the next 20 minutes you're going to put in an all in effort on whatever that project is. We did that. It really works when you're writing a book
Mm-hmm.
because you can't seem to find the time to sit down and write the chapters or whatever. But in a push session, you're going to lock in and concentrate on that book for the next 20 minutes. The book is all you're going to think about. The book is all you're going to look at. The book is, even if it's doing research for the book, writing the chapter, whatever it is, for the next 20 minutes, that's all you're focused on. So if you do the push
Mm-hmm.
for 20 minutes, just for 20 minutes, you're 20 minutes more down the road than you were before.
Okay. That's real.
It really
I,
is.
I yeah, I want to share a little tidbit that I saw this morning about a guy named Antoine Craig. Are you familiar with him?
No, please tell.
Antoine Craig is a what would you call it? Legally blind sprinter who is training for the Paralympics for next year in where's it going to be, Japan or somewhere. But I thought about that. He started losing his sight several years ago, and then he he um he had been he'd never done track and field before, but he found out he could do it being trained by a lead runner, and they're tied together with just a little ribbon, and he could put in the effort, and it looks like he's going to make the team. It's it's he was born with a degenerative visual impairment. It says
Hmm.
Craig started losing his eyesight in 2010 and about retains about 4% of his vision. He never ran track before losing his sight, but picked up running after receiving mobility training in the gym. He was introduced to running with a guide when he reached out to a local um, disability organization and Sportable to help him run the Broad Street Mile in Virginia. And after that, it's been on and cracking. So I don't want to dwell, read the whole story, but if he can push, is my point, Francine.
Come on.
Okay? If Antoine Craig can push, then maybe we can too.
And it's just a little bit more effort. He gave it one. He could have said, "Okay, I'm blind now. I'm just gonna sit down and just not. I'm
And
just not
he
gonna
has
do it."
several degrees. He has a BA in psychology. He's got a Master of Science degree in mental health and mental health counseling. So there are other things I'm sure he's doing, but that he could have rested his laurels on.
It,
But
it,
he decided to go for this.
what have you decided? Because some of you have pushed.
Hmm.
Tell us
Hmm.
about your push. Tell us about the thing you just pushed past the obstacles and just said, "You know what? I'm doing this," and you pushed and you did it. I want to say about Brenna Garcia. She's one of the
Hmm.
ladies here, one of the biz chicks. She's pushed. She's
Absolutely.
she has pushed.
And she pushes every day.
She could give up. She could have gave up. You have to hear her story. She has a special needs child, but she could have gave up and said, "I don't
And then,
want to do this."
and she has other children. It's just not the one child. Um, she's married. She's running a business. She is a crafter. She's just phenomenal. I don't know what else to describe her, but
Right.
she is a pusher. Maybe we just
The right kind of pusher.
the right kind of pusher. Yes.
Push,
Congratulations
people.
for being such a magnificent example of how to get in there and push through.
Right. Uh, we encourage you to have your own push sessions. Terry, we're going to start those back up again because we need to. We really need to
Mm.
push. We need to push past the
Well,
frustrations. Go ahead.
I think we've been asked to do some extra stuff in light of all that's going on too. So I think that people, there's only so much you can do too. Don't just push yourself to the brink of needing some mental health help. but but
When I
when we say push, I think what we're referring to is focus. Let's have some focused effort.
right, give it one more effort because sometimes it's that just take one more step. Say, for
Hmm.
instance, I watch these movies and these people are trying to get away from the monster or whatever. And
Hmm.
invariably somebody falls down because they're wearing the wrong shoes. But okay, I digress. Take the shoes off and let's roll. But they fall down. They could just stay down there.
Hmm.
Oh, I've fallen. And the monsters come and get up and push. I can't go on. The person they all agreed to go to the next town or whatever, which might be two
Hmm.
miles, and the one person is, "I can't go on." Please get up and let's go. We don't want to leave you, but push through that. Come on. The alternative is to be eaten by the monster or get to the next town. Can we push to the come on? Here's something
Hmm.
that I learned. I'm not quite sure where I heard it from, but your body follows your mind.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Your body will do more than it's capable, more than you think it can, when you push with your mind. See, not telling
Mhm.
you so much to push with your physical effort, push with your mind. I can do this. The little engine that could,
Yes, I think I can. I think I can.
and he
I know I
pushed,
can. I know I can.
and then he was up over the hill.
Yes, I can. I can. I can. I can.
Find something that you're supposed to, that you know that you're supposed to be working on. Not the, you don't push it for everybody else's project, your project, and get in there and push after it.
You know something too? I think if we recognize that it's downhill once we get over this hump, then we look forward to getting over the hump. So maybe it's just the fact that we need to start looking at things different.
What's on the other side of that fear? If you push past the fear and get on that other, okay, so here's the mountain. Fear is this, and you get up over here and you start going down the other side of the mountain. What's
Coasting
on that
down.
other side? What's on that other side? What's that thing? Oh my gosh, if I could just push past that fear, like, okay, I could do it and just get off on the other side. I went on a ride at Disneyland because the kids wanted to go on this ride. And I'm looking and it's got something that's twirling up and going
Girl,
backwards and
please.
stuff. It was a roller coaster.
Uh-huh.
Now see here, I don't do the stuff that twirls around like this.
Hmm.
I'm not doing that. I'll do a roller coaster, but I'm not doing around them little teacups where you spin. Not not I don't like feeling sick. So
Mm-hmm.
and the rule of the ride is you don't eat before you get on.
Oh, please, people, please.
Just don't eat. Save lunch or breakfast for after the ride. Not so I get on this ride. It is The Incredibles.
Okay.
uh, Whatever it was the theme. So you're going on and it's looping up and you loop over this way, but then the loop goes back the other way. I was like,
See,
okay. So I pushed
no,
through because the kids wanted to get on the ride, right? So the young adults, and so I just get on the ride. You just close your eyes and push. Just
oh my gosh. See, I do not do roller coasters.
it,
I
it
am
was
the teacup
okay.
person.
No, I'm not doing the teacup. And so you knew the end was coming. You just needed to, you knew that once you got past the little loop, you're almost at the
Mhm.
end. You keep pushing. What you gonna do? Drop off the ride before they get finished? No, you just gonna get to the end. I was like, okay. I didn't have to freak out because I knew, all right, this is gonna do this. I'll be on the other side of this in a minute.
Yes, indeedy.
And the
Wow.
people, then they, they take a picture of you when you come off the side. Some people, it was not cute, but okay. Okay, so a lot of the people watching us, you've given birth to children. How was that push? Because the what is it? The Lamaze coach, the midwife, the
Hmm.
somebody, your push partner, somebody, you had to get in there, breathe and push.
Mm. Yes,
Breathe
yes.
and push. Some guys had to do that too. They were going through it.
And a lot of times, just taking that deep breath, like when Jill comes in and calms our chaos with her breathing exercises,
Yes,
just being able to take a couple of deep breaths will help you focus.
you're right. Especially when you're using technology, because I'm going to go there. Stop, and you're going to push through to the other side. If you give up on this side of it, you will never know what it is to experience you finishing something
Mm.
because something comes up. I don't know how to do it. Don't freak out the first time you see something. Oh my God, I don't know how to go live. Okay. Or I don't know what to do with that. With computers, you need to just stop, take a deep breath, maybe call Jill, chill with
Mhm.
Jill, and then go back in there and go through the steps a little at a time, because it can be overwhelming if you're going to try and take on, oh my God, there's so many buttons. Da, 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 da. No,
And try to
where's the
learn trying to learn everything at once.
where's the okay, how do I do this? How do I turn on the computer? Where's the button? Look, I own computers and I had gotten a new Air, and there wasn't like a regular round circle that said on. And so I'm
Hmm.
sitting up here, I'm looking like, where's the button to turn? I do technology. I'm like, where's the button to turn it on? Well, they had changed the shape of the button because it has your thumbprint as the uh,
Identifier.
biotechnology
Hmm.
identifier. Well, they didn't tell you that you turn it on, you have to push that to get the thing to start first, and then it uses your thumbprint to identify you.
Wow.
I was like, okay. But if I freaked out and like, this isn't working, I'm taking it back to the store, ma'am, you just pushed the button.
How embarrassing is that? Yeah. Yesterday I wanted to get some things moved around the house, and my grandson and my daughter were helping me for whatever reason, and the the table wouldn't fit through the door of the room I wanted the table in. So they had to back up several times, take the legs off, put it through the door, then put the legs back on. Sometimes you just have to back up and push forward.
It's like, wait, that's not working. But you don't quit. You don't quit. You could have just said, some people would have said, I'm buying a new table when you have a perfectly good table that you could use. But you wouldn't, I don't want to take the legs off.
Well, it's just not fitting. You know what I mean? We're like, it's not
It
fitting.
don't fit.
But I knew it fit because it had been in that room before. And I probably did take the legs off. But at the time, I was able to do it by myself. So I probably forgotten,
Or you
what I
probably just
went
did,
through.
it's like, okay. And that's why sometimes you don't move furniture out. You just let it move it around the room or whatever. But you can do what you need to do if you don't panic and push.
And,
This
and sometimes we just need help.
another perspective. There are times
Hmm.
when you, like you said, moving furniture in. If you look at it a different way, see, physics always works. You can turn stuff on an angle and do some stuff to get
You know
something
what
in the
I'm saying?
room, and physics works. You have to look at it differently. Remember the movie Hidden Figures, and
Yeah.
she's looking up at stuff and she's seeing all these triangles and what is this, isosceles and all kind
I
of
like
stuff,
these triangles. Hmm.
and she's seeing all this other stuff. We see squares. Okay.
Okay.
but her but her perspective was different.
Hmm.
Maybe you need to get somebody with a different perspective to help you,
Mm. To look at things, yes.
to help. Do you see the shadows? I say this a lot because I like art, and I was wondering how they did the art where it looks like you're like there's a hole in the ground, but it's not really a hole. It's painted on the pavement and it looks like the stuff is coming up. Well, they see the shadows necessarily to make that 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see shadows like that, but they did. And so you're looking at these works of arts like that is so stunning. How did they do that? They see different perspective than we do.
Mm.
It was a different perspective. Some people can see failure all around them. Other people, okay, was that story about the guy, they both went to India and they were shoe salesmen. And one guy said, this is not going to work. This is not going to work because nobody here wears shoes. And the other guy says, this is going to be outstanding. We have a full supply of people who need shoes.
Hmm.
It was all in the perspective. Hey, Jill says, I need a new computer. Looking at MacBook Air at Costco. Procrastination is another form of not pushing forward. Yes, stuck in not knowing what to do, which decision to make, and is a form of postponing getting to the other side. Jill,
Ah,
it is, you hit the nail right on the head. Good morning, Brenna. You, it is, Jill. You need a new computer. So are you saying that you're kind of like, oh my God, I'm not sure what to do? Or
that's
have you
what sounds like.
decided to go and get it? So here's the thing with a MacBook Air is nice because it's very lightweight and you can work. Just saying. Today I pulled out Timmy, uh,
Oh,
Terry,
uh-huh.
because now we've been telling people for well, I'm
To
not going to say
write the book.
decade. Yes. But if you speak the book into your phone, okay, I have a phone that has a voice recorder. I started talking, and I didn't start talking in book form. I just started having a conversation about the subject matter I wanted to write
Yes.
and what I wanted to say to people. And so I figured, oh, this is a lot easier for me to just have the conversation and say it, translate it with Timmy or some other thing, and put it up. I was like, this is, how many years have we been talking about this?
Okay. I'm just saying.
And you just talk about what it is. Because the procrastination, Jill, like you were just talking about, it's okay, I don't know how to do it. Now, see, I can write.
Hmm.
I can write my I write well. I know the English, but I get stuck trying to edit and make it uh yes, make it edit what is it, grammatically correct and da 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 da. Oh no, I need to move that over there and say it like this. First of all, you just need to get it out and say it. Then when it's translated, you can go back in there and put the pieces where you need to put it
Hmm.
instead of trying to perfect it while you're writing it. So I think this
So
is
in
going to
other
work
words, you're
better.
trying to make the bed and it's not been put together yet.
Yeah.
Can we build the bed first before you start putting covers and sheets and putting up drapes and wait a minute, lady, just let us get the bed put up first. Jill, what is Jill saying over here?
She was deciding on which one to get. She has an old MacBook Air and it's time for a new one, just deciding between all the options within the MacBook Air family. Jill, I want to tell you this. You may get a credit toward your new MacBook Air if you go to apple.com and somewhere on there says you have one to trade in. They will give you money toward the next one. So before you go to Costco, go to apple.com and see if you can trade
Check
it
it
in and
out.
get some money toward that. I was like, huh, because I was looking at the new keyboard for the Pro,
Hmm.
and they have a new iPad Pro that's out,
Oh.
right? And I was like, I just
Hmm.
got this the 2018 model, so The other one has the three cameras and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do I need it? Not really. But if you're getting one from scratch, or I can turn this one in and get one for $600 because they'll give me 460 for trade in on
That's a
this
big
one.
difference.
Not when I paid 12 something.
Oh,
And it still works.
hmm
Anyway, we digress. Today's thing is all about push. Man. So I can push forward with the book, Terry. I can just talk and have a conversation on my what would I be telling the people, right?
hmm hmm
On the
On the app.
on the voice recorder.
Yeah, on the app.
God wants you wealthy, he wants you well, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, this is the book.
I'm just saying. I
Just
am supposed to be getting some porch furniture delivered tomorrow, according to this notification.
hmm
And I'm looking forward to spending some time on my porch dictating some books because I think that'll be a better environment. I don't know. I can make that my place to go to get things, get those kinds of things done. Then I have a sewing room and I have an office and a craft room. So, it's just a blessing to have designated spaces, even if it's just a corner of the room.
So in these few minutes, because we're not going to take up your whole holiday
Mhm,
weekend,
mhm.
in these few minutes, what are you pushing on? What are you pushing forward on? Because it just dawned on me. We're in the second half of the year, people, of 2020. I'm sure we didn't think it was going to go like this.
Yeah, well, there's some things we have had to push forward on as a result um, of this shift.
So we're in the second half push right now.
hmm
The first half was January, then February, something happened. I don't know, January, February, then here's March, and I'm like, whoa. So you got a second half.
And see,
Yeah.
I've been looking at this since last year because I have a daughter who flies to China a lot or
hmm
flew to China a lot. And so I was like, in January, I was like, I don't think you're going because I'm not feeling that. She's like, these adult children. Well, I got to go for my job. I'm like, but they got some stuff going on over there already because it was over there already.
Right.
I'm saying, I just thank God by the time she was ready to go, it
The
was
job said no. Thank God for people who have some scruples.
okay. Because
I like
she could have been like those people on the ship, just stranded.
Jill says, and if we have multiple things to push on, write them
Mhm.
all down and prioritize and get started. Yes.
Thank you, Jill. Yes.
Get a push partner, somebody that's gonna help you hold you accountable.
Accountable. hmm
Push.
hmm
And our push sessions, we would like to invite you to try it. Set a timer. I think we got this from either my daughter and Coach
Uh-huh.
Karen. My
I think so.
daughter, she does. I forgot what she calls them, but she puts on her headsets, sets the timer, and just is all in for 20 minutes and does nothing 20 minutes. I like to do 30, but 20 minutes, and then you come out for a break.
hmm hmm
Jill said, I wanted new pillow covers. Finally
This is
decided to get
this
them.
is Brenna. Brenna.
Brenna, I
hmm
wanted new pillow covers. Finally decided to get them. I can't place the order. They're not allowing orders after certain order amount. So I went to IKEA to try to see what's up. The pickup line was 20 cars long. The trying to fix the order allowance quantity, I left. I'm not that desperate. Maybe you can place the maybe you can place the order into two different orders, Brenna. Like,
Separate them online.
yeah, separate them online. Order however many you want it, and then order another how many you want it,
On a different day or a different time.
or under a different name.
Hmm.
That's really weird.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, and they may be trying to fix some of that too. Um, Brenna says, "I'm not that desperate for them." Okay, and you need to know that everything is different. Some people were saying that we're going back into uh, dine-in restaurants and patios are opening up again. I don't know.
Yes, they are.
Know what
They've opened several around the country. They've opened beaches and different things going on.
I'm just going to tell you to watch yourself, be prepared, and
Hmm.
I don't still know. I haven't seen people in sitting down in a rest. Well, I don't know. They just did this what Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday,
Hmm.
something. So I don't know.
Yeah. And they showed some doing, what do you call it? Social distancing. You know, some had curtains up between the customers. Some had customers walking around the beach with inner tubes around them because that way they knew they couldn't get that close to each other. So like bumper cars.
Yes.
And then there's a tray inside the inner tube to put your drink on, and you know, okay, we can get very creative.
Yes, you can. Oh, wait. So our personal space have moved to 6 feet from 3, right?
Yes. Hmm. And then Brenna's saying this some follow up here. They have a certain amount of orders allowed daily, and it's full. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And you know why, Brenna? It's probably because we are really challenged right now as far as the supply chain is concerned, and so they don't want to overpromise and underdeliver because that's what happened with these purses. I was having some purses designed, and then in the middle of this, we start getting notices that we don't know when they're going to ship, and we're like, "What? We got orders." So then we had to turn around and tell the customer there's going to be a delay.
And
So
the people, and I think that's the answer. There will be a delay.
there
We
was
don't
just,
have to be happy about it, but there will be a delay.
but say something to the customer, and I think that's what they're trying to avoid, Brenna. But anyway, that's just my perception of why they're only
Eh,
taking so many orders because they don't know what's happening on the factory end.
See, this whole thing has caused business not to be normal. It's just like when I called Apple for them to assist me with my computer.
Uh huh.
Normally, I can get them on a weekend, 8 o'clock in the evening. They were not available 8 o'clock in the evening on a weekend. I had to call during different hours to get a specialist. Like I said before, I would be able to call, okay, I want to fix something and it's the middle of the night. I got Apple
Mm-hmm.
Care. I was like, what? I had to reprogram my expectation.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
They are not available 24/7. The stores are not open, so I can't just pack it up, take it to the store. I can't do what I want.
Mm-hmm. So she says
So
here, hold on, she's continuing this conversation. We already took all my
they
time
they took
online.
and they can't have any more. Maybe in a week. Hopefully, they're not sold out. They may not be sold out, but yeah, just like Terry just said, that they may just uh, stuff is not flying back and forth. Do you understand what I mean? especially if it's coming from Sweden. Is that where they're from?
Yes, they're from Sweden.
Okay, so
And
the stuff is manufactured in Sweden. It may not get over here because that involves people and stuff.
well, the headquarters is in Sweden. We really don't know where the furniture is made.
Yeah,
And the
so there's
other
that
thing
thing.
is that Sweden is not practicing social distancing, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, okay, I was gonna say there's not that many people over there
They didn't.
anyway, but
Okay.
I mean there are people there, but
Yes, they are. They didn't shut down their economy. But anyway, that's a whole nother. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I just wanted to know that there may be some things that is interfering with the supply chain.
so how are you going to get whatever it is that you need done? You're gonna have to
Hmm.
figure out another way. There, like a lot of churches, they said that you couldn't congregate, and so
Hmm.
what are you gonna do now? A lot of them went online
Hmm.
and produced and put programming online. Are you going to do that? Are you the gyms? They told the gym people, sorry, you can't congregate. You can't have all these people together. Push and give me 20. I like this,
Well,
Jill. One step at
pivot.
a time, plus pivots
Yes,
along the way. Thank you,
that's
Jill.
right. There you
Because
go.
they're not gonna let you just do
Hmm.
it.
Exactly.
Nor
Exactly.
should you. I heard something today. Yes, you might feel like I think we should all go back to work and let's just go. But what about the person that doesn't feel safe doing it? Are you going to rough
Comfortable.
road over them? Are you going to rough road your customers don't feel comfortable about coming back into the restaurant right now. So are you just going to rough road make it easy for them. Do you understand what I mean? A lot of people are, some people are ready to do it. Some people are like, I don't know. How do you help them?
Hmm. Or how do you accommodate them? Hmm. Hmm.
You
Yeah.
still do you still do curbside pickup. When I think of curbside pickup, I think of them bringing the bag to me, not me pulling up and I got to get out the car and go in and pick up the order. I'm thinking you're gonna bring it out.
I am too.
But even if I have to go in, they have 6 foot markers all through the thing. Stand on a dot. You did, and some places, if you like, I went to AutoZone for something. Um,
Hmm.
they said we're only allowing 10 people in the store at a time.
I've
So
heard that a lot.
the line forms here, and then there's a line is 6 feet between every person, and you're not going in the store. I mean, they're open for you to go in and get your auto parts, but they've chained off stuff. You can't go way over there looking for stuff. You're gonna have to ask them, and then the between the counter and you paying is 6 feet, and you I had to stretch to put my stuff on the counter,
Mm-hmm.
and it was literally a long distance between me and the person. So we just need to be
Trying to,
prepared.
yeah, and try to protect your employees and yourself. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So
So you do what you need to do. How are you going to accommodate the people?
stay
You
safe.
know, yeah. Some people
Stay,
feel I don't want to wear a mask. Okay.
and it's against their constitutional rights and so forth. And so people have a lot of reasons. But on Memorial Day, remember, freedom isn't free, and it is for everybody. So let's be considerate and take
Right.
care of yourself while you're pivoting.
Right. So we'll be pivoting tomorrow to Miss TJ. She's going to help us keep it all together online.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Marketing, all things digital marketing and social media. She's keeping us up. Wednesday, Coach Karen is telling us about our money and how to keep that straight. Hey, how about the fact that we're making money, even though we got
Yep.
reason to celebrate, people? We can celebrate. Thursday is Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. Friday,
Hmm.
we're talking tech again in English
Yes.
or ABCs of tech, and we have good conversations then. But today we want to say thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. See, we can hang out. We're 6 feet apart. We're all.
Yes, indeed.
Um, but thank you for hanging out with us. I'm looking forward to Jill seeing what you get, and Brenna hoping your pillow covers you get those too. So
See, we're praying for you guys. I know it
right,
took
right,
an
right.
extra long time for my furniture. I ordered it in April. You know, usually we're used to getting things in 2, 3 days.
That's the same thing with Apple. They, I was going to order something from them. They talking about June something. I was like, what do you mean June? Don't
June.
y'all got this stuff in stock? Even
No,
Best Buy,
that
everybody.
is the difference in the supply chain. They no longer stock stuff. They produce on demand. And that's why they can't just go in a warehouse and get it, Fran.
Right.
And when the factory closes down, we're
And
done
then
here.
because somebody is putting that together and they can only stand 6 feet apart, and see they're not making it one person making the whole thing. They got a
And it's
different
not one
people.
country.
Mm-mm.
It's not one country. The paint may be coming from Japan. The parts may be coming from the U.S. Something might be made in Mexico. Something maybe, and they're shipping that thing around. And then when they put it on U.S. soil, they say made in the USA.
Well, on Apple, I'm gonna tell you on Apple stuff, it says designed in California. They didn't say it was made here. They said it was
Exactly.
designed here. So,
You see?
but I do understand. I
Mhm.
was thinking to myself, can I just go to Walmart and pick it up? Because Walmart doesn't have it. Target doesn't have it. Now, Costco has those air because this is
Mhm.
probably the air that came out before all of this happened. So they have
Wonderfulness.
those, right. And the supplies that they had already in stock, but trying to get
Hmm.
the newest thing, the newest and greatest, yeah, okay, you ain't standing in line for it now.
There you go. So with that, we just want to say to you guys, oh, don't forget to go to the front of your own line.
And Jill says that's marketing designed in California. Yes,
Yes.
that is
Yes.
marketing.
Don't you know that language, Jill? Oh
Oh,
my gosh. So now you're going to have to ask for an interpretation. What exactly does this mean? Designed.
oh, it was designed in California. It wasn't put together here, but okay.
Okay. Well, that's because, well, anyway, we won't go down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying your chips may not be made in the USA. They may be made somewhere else, India or wherever. And so they got to piece it all together, folks. All right,
Right.
guys. See
Enjoy
you
your
soon.
day. Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
great one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.